Good afternoon, CHTA members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this wonderful Caribbean afternoon. My name is Nicola Madden-Gregg, President of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, and we are very excited to share some important news with you today. The Caribbean tourism industry is the fastest recovering sector, and the CHTA, we are extremely happy that working with our over 30 member destinations collaboratively, we have worked to ensure this recovery. During the pandemic, the region and our members really came together, and this is what it's all about. Caribbean unity, one Caribbean. This year, we will focus on expanding our member benefits, including offering discounted access to exclusive products and services, and we will actively work to continue to move us from recovery to robust growth. Key events such as Taste of the Caribbean that showcases our culinary talent and gastronomy, and Chief, the premier forum for knowledge transfer and learning for the industry at all levels, will return. Chief is also the event where we recognize and award organizations and individuals for their efforts such as business operations, environmental sustainability, human resources, as well as sales and marketing. Both events were last held in 2019. Last October in Puerto Rico, we returned in person for the 40th Caribbean Travel Marketplace, the pinnacle sales platform for Caribbean tourism. We welcome over 125 buyer companies with 230 delegates from 23 markets, attracting 53 new buyer companies. Again, affirming the attractiveness of the Caribbean region as the #1 warm weather destination in the world. Our participating source markets, including buyer representation from countries such as Argentina, Chile, Guatemala, Australia, Brazil, Colombia, India, Latvia, Peru, Spain, Paraguay, Canada, Ecuador, Italy, Mexico, Puerto Rico, the United Arab Emirates, the United States, and of course, the United Kingdom. For 2022, we also had 159 supply companies with 398 delegates from 25 Caribbean countries, for a total delegate count of 735 with 9,268 pre-scheduled appointments. For the first time, we also held the inaugural CHTA Caribbean Travel Forum, which was extremely successful with over 150 delegates, including several ministers of tourism and key private sector leaders, where we focused on the business of tourism, seeking new strategic directions and proposing solutions to such pressing matters as the climate change crisis and how to embed technology in the industry to drive efficiencies, revenue, and overall productivity. The Caribbean region has been for a long time trying to achieve a unified approach to tourism. Now more than ever, we need to look to the lessons learned from having come together during the pandemic. Again, we must reflect on the WTCC forecast. Their Caribbean Economic Tourism Impact Report points for the growth trajectories over the next decade for the industry. The baseline scenario forecasts an average annual growth rate of GDP of 5.5%, with more than double the overall economic growth of 2.4%. It shows that travel and tourism jobs are forecasted to grow by an average rate of 3.3% annually, creating more than 916,000 new jobs by 2032. However, there is potential for this to be significantly higher, and this is where we give our focus. Caribbean travel and tourism sector could outpace the current growth trajectory and achieve an annual rate of 6.7% to reach $96.6 billion in 2032. Jobs in the travel and tourism sector could be up to 1.34 million new jobs by 2032. As part of the strategic direction, we must focus on, of course, how we can enhance our connectivity by lowering the cost and eliminating restrictive travel regulations, continuing to strengthen regional collaboration, investing in digital and physical infrastructure to better position us to compete in today's changing marketplace, continue to develop our human capital skills, diversify our product offerings, and of course, get into new markets. At the same time, we must focus on any future crisis while maintaining our sustainability. We must use the level of collaboration forged in the fire of the pandemic to drive innovation, knowledge sharing, and diversification into new markets, developing our Caribbean talent to meet the needs of the new breed of traveler while maintaining the charm and authenticity for which the Caribbean is known. With this in mind, the CXTA is excited to announce the second staging of the Caribbean Travel Forum, which will take place on May 9th, where Caribbean thought leaders will again tackle these issues and seek to provide the way forward for the entire region. This will be just before the start of the annual Caribbean Travel Marketplace, which will have its opening ceremony on the evening of May 9th, followed by 2 days of meetings on the trade show floor, May 10th and 11th. For Caribbean Marketplace 2023, we will continue to expand the cadre of buyers with a focus on new markets and important niches to the industry, including the MICE and destination wedding specialists. As well, we will be introducing a more robust travel advisor program. As usual, we will also have both regional and international media in attendance with their own exclusive itinerary. So, ladies and gentlemen, the only question remaining is where will these events be held? This year, we are going to a new destination. This is in keeping with CHTA's objective to highlight all aspects of Caribbean tourism. This destination has one of the longest established hotel associations, 70 years, and is the one of the founding associations of CHTA. In our 60 years, there have been 6 presidents hailing from this destination, and they are one of our compliant destinations with 100% of their membership as active CHTA members. Caribbean Travel Marketplace 2023 will take a fresh new look and feel and will deliver the same robust engagement of buyers and sellers while also providing a window into the Eastern Caribbean, that's a hint, to visit nearby destinations in pre- and post-tours to both international buyers and the media. Ladies and gentlemen, I am therefore delighted to announce the destination for the second annual Travel Forum and the 41st Caribbean Travel Marketplace as the beautiful island of Barbados. Let me now introduce our partners for the 41st Caribbean Marketplace. This is being led by the Minister of Tourism and International Transport, the Honorable Minister Ian Godin Edgehill, along with Renee Chopin, the Chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association. We will now hear from the Honorable Minister. Minister, over to you.
Thank you, and I bring you greetings from Barbados. Absolute pleasure to be joining you, members of the CHA today. So I first wish to acknowledge you, Madam President, Nicola Madden-Gregg, President of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Acting Chief Executive Officer and Director General of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Vanessa Lidemesa, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, Ms. Francine Blackman, Chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Mrs. Renee Chopin, Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Ian Strainhard, specially invited guests, members of the media. Good afternoon. Indeed, it's truly an honor as Minister of Tourism and International Transport in the government of Barbados to address you on the launch of Caribbean Travel Marketplace 2023, being held under the auspices of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association to be held right here in beautiful Barbados. The conceptualization of the Caribbean travel marketplace is one to boast about. This event has been staged over 40 years and has become the region's most prestigious tourism marketing and sales event. I wish to applaud the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association for the tremendous work it has done throughout the years in marketing the Caribbean product and providing meaningful connections with regional and international tourism professionals in promoting the Caribbean as the most desirable place in the world to visit, live, work, and of course, conduct business. Indeed, the Caribbean is recognized as the most tourism-intensive growth region in the world. While various destinations have experienced uneven growth when aggregated, Caribbean tourist arrivals showed continued growth leading up to 2019. A report prepared by the Caribbean Tourism Organization informed that Caribbean tourism reached 31.5 million stayover tourist visits in 2019, with a total spend estimated at $40.6 billion. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic dealt a heavy blow to the Caribbean tourism industry, like much of the world's tourism industry, creating major challenges for tourism-dependent economies. Though in recent history, the pandemic created an unprecedented challenge, it has been offered the greatest potential for transformational change. It is also offered the greatest potential for transformational progress and accelerated growth. It is necessary to take the lessons learned to innovate and create new solutions for our tourism industry to keep the Caribbean at the cutting edge, where it can recuperate and advance its share of market garnered pre-COVID of the world's tourism industry. It means that specific focus must be placed on those elements that collectively form the bedrock of the tourism industry: transport, inclusive of ground, air, and sea, accommodation, people, and of course, attractions. But how do we advance this innovation? We must harness the existing data in each of our countries and transform it into information and intelligence. The region has a wealth of data that needs to inform product development and marketing. The CTO is well poised to exploit this opportunity, and today I challenge you to prioritize this initiative in a critical aspect of your work program. Indeed, as the region internalized the lessons learned from the pandemic, we also recognize that sustainability must be a critical feature of our offerings. We must respond to the growing demand for more sustainable ways for travel, accommodation, and certainly on how we leverage our heritage and attractions. It will be necessary to develop a strategy that considers the region's tourism, ecologic, and social impact. Apart from recognizing the impact of COVID-19, the Caribbean, without doubt, understands the vulnerability of potential impacts of climate variability and change on its tourism. Climate change is a major issue for long-term sustainability of the regional tourism sector. Is there a role for the CTO in this area? And the answer is yes. And I believe that the CTO can work collaboratively with the governments and other regional organizations to advance adapting to climate change conditions and mitigating against climate change. The pooling of skills and talents can advance the development of projects to attract the development of funding in these critical areas. Given the critical nature, positioning of our tourism in each of our countries must not be misunderstood. Barbados has taken the threats presented by climate change seriously and has implemented a number of initiatives to address the island's risks in this area. These initiatives have ranged from its policy stance on energy to the work of Coastal Management Zone Unit to reduce beach erosion to initiatives to bolster the country's ability to supply potable water for its citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, having spoken to the regional level, I take this opportunity to share a bit more on our own tourism performance in Barbados. Currently, Barbados is exhibiting signs of a strong recovery and is on an upward trajectory. Today, This is borne out by the increased arrivals we have seen coming out of the recent winter season as compared to 2019. During the month of December 22, Barbados welcomed an estimated 62,000 visitors, and this was a significant increase of some 26,000 over the same period of December 2021. The month of December recorded the highest number of arrivals, reaching 85% of December 2018 pre-pandemic levels. The United Kingdom, of course, remains the top producer of arrivals to Barbados with a 42% market share. And in the United States, the second highest performer generated 24.8% of the business, and arrivals from Canada and the Caribbean accounted for 14.2% and 10.8% respectively of arrivals. Indeed, this performance has been supported by very strong marketing, advertising, and protecting and securing increased airlift into Barbados. The cooperation and foresight of Barbados as the host of next Caribbean Travel Marketplace will contribute positively to Barbados's continued recovery, and it is against this that we welcome this event, which is scheduled for the period May 8th to 12th of this year. I have been informed that the most recent Caribbean Travel Marketplace, which was held in 2022 in Puerto Rico, garnered 78 million impressions and had a US $3 million public relations value. It is anticipated that the hosting of Marketplace will provide a platform to showcase Barbados to key sellers worldwide, which is often accompanied by an organic increase in sales, as well as the unmatched opportunity for the industry to reunite at this highly awaited event. Undoubtedly, hosting the 41st Caribbean Travel Marketplace will provide the opportunity for the world to see Barbados, what it has to offer, its uniqueness, and how the island is diversifying its tourism product for the post-pandemic era. Once again, I applaud you, Madam Chair, Madam President. I applaud the CHT as well for the contributions and strides made in developing our Caribbean product. And I look forward to welcoming and hosting all of you in Barbados at the 41st Caribbean Travel Marketplace to be held in May. Congratulations, thank you, and I wish you every success. And we certainly look forward to welcoming you to beautiful Barbados. As I say, beautiful Barbados just come. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. We are very excited to be in Barbados this year, and it will be a second visit for me, having that I spent my Christmas in Barbados. So I'm sure that many, many more persons will be very excited to experience all that Barbados has to offer. And I'm
sure you enjoyed your Christmas.
I definitely did.
Thank you for that.
So we are now going to hear from the chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association. Renee, over to you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Minister of Tourism and International Transportation, the Honorable Mr. Ian Gidinejad, CEO of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Dr. Jens Reinhardt, President of the CHTA, Nicola Madden Gregg, and Acting CEO, Ms. Vanessa Ledesma. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, everyone everywhere listening into this announcement, it is so ironic that I am losing my voice on the very day that I want to shout loudest and to let the world know how excited and proud we are to be hosting the 41st edition of the premier Caribbean Trade Show, CHTA Marketplace. For those of us in the business of tourism, we know that this show represents our key opportunity for Caribbean players to do the business of tourism. It is where we meet and engage with those who wish to sell our hotels, our attractions, our restaurants, and our experiences to the globe. Those who work in their countries to bring millions of visitors to ours. The Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world, and for too long, many of the decisions regarding this region were made outside of it. Marketplace gives us the opportunity to stamp our own mark on how our region is marketed and to whom. Often, we in the industry travel to foreign and frequently very cold places to entice others to come and experience our warmth and our hospitality. We print our beauty into booklets and flyers and project our magnificence onto screens. We use the most flowing language to convey to others what can only really be conveyed effectively live and in person. This is what Marketplace means to us, the chance to bring the press and buyers here to feel the magic so that they can go back and sell that experience with passion and with lived perspective. Traditionally, there has been one rule in this formula that has made it difficult for Barbados as a smaller island to compete. This event is a large one. It brings together over 1,000 CHTA supplier members from 33 destinations across the region, on average 50 press, and almost 200 valued buyers to transact business over 2 days. This requires large conference spaces, often up to 70,000 square feet. We don't have that here in Barbados. It also requires planning and organizational skills and capacity. The latter, we definitely have in droves. The former has always proven to be an obstacle. It seemed that no matter our desire to host this event, and believe me, that desire was there, we just could not see a way it could be done. Nelson Mandela said it best. It always seems impossible until it's done. CHTA Marketplace is coming to Barbados, and we are determined it will be one of the best marketplaces ever. We'll be doing it a little differently, but it's going to be well done, I assure you. I'm sure my regional colleagues will forgive me and attribute this next statement to my obvious bias. But I believe, I know that Barbados is the best island in the world and other places. We may be small, but we offer a truly authentic Caribbean experience. From the moment the delegates step off of the plane and feel that first warm tropical breeze, as we welcome them with true Barbadian warmth and hospitality, as they travel on to their various accommodation, many located on some of the most pristine white sand beaches in the world, as they utilize our world-class communication infrastructure and amenities, while they enjoy the diverse and delicious food from our range of restaurants and caterers, as they enjoy music and culture of this island, and during those moments when they step off the grid to experience the sights and sounds of Barbados and traverse one of the most accessible islands in this region, until the moment they depart our shores. We commit to giving them an absolutely unforgettable experience that will leave them with amazing memories and the need to make sure that others can have that same experience. This event promises to bring significant immediate benefits to Barbados. The most obvious is that it will be taking place at the start of our traditionally slower summer season and bringing thousands of room nights and the associated taxes that we would not have otherwise realized. It will generate business for our direct tourism service providers, including our restaurants and activities. This also means more business for our wholesale and retail suppliers. Our transportation segment will see a boost, everyone from our taxis to larger coaches. We expect that our venue providers, our planners, and even entertainers will also reap the sweets. Based on past CHTA Marketplace events, the estimated direct revenue benefits are approximately Barbados 1.6 million. However, the legacy benefits are also tremendous. Our ability to host this event successfully augurs well for our chances of hosting it again. And for us, it's all capacity building. The value of the media exposure and having qualified buyers here on our island experiencing just what makes Barbados so special will continue to pay dividends long after this event is gone for our island. So to say that we are delighted is an understatement. Before I close, however, I have to pay homage to the second female president of the BHTA, who is also a past president of the CHTA, and that person is Mrs. Patricia Afonso Das. Very few meaningful things in life take place without passion and vision, and this lady possesses both of these traits. It was her vision to bring this event to Barbados and her passion which helped to ignite the process to make it happen. The BHTA would also like to extend our thanks to our partners at the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. and the Ministry of Tourism for their support in bringing this event to fruition. Finally, we also want to thank the people of Barbados in advance, because we know that they will hold hands with us to ensure that Barbados delivers the excellence for which we are known, and to allow our delegates to see the real heart and soul of Barbados tourism and why we have one of the highest rates of repeat visitors of any country in the world. Barbados looks forward to welcoming you all in May. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Renee. We are very excited to hear all of the energy and the passion that is behind hosting us this year for Marketplace. We are very, as you said, delighted is an understatement, and we are more than delighted to be welcomed by the entire Barbados team. As you said, it's been a challenge in the past to host Marketplace at some of our smaller destinations, and with the level of effort and collaboration that we have already had with the Barbados team to ensure that we put together a marketplace that will be very different, but at the same time will deliver all on the elements in terms of being able to do business and do business well. And for our buyers in the international marketplace, you are not going to miss any of the other formats. This will be a very different format, but it's going to deliver on all the elements that you're used to and passionate about for Marketplace. Thank you again. We're going to see now to move to some questions or any comments from the media. Vanessa, you are going to queue us up.
Yes, definitely. Good afternoon, everyone. Best wishes for the new year. We're thrilled, as Nicola mentioned, to have Barbados as the host destination for Caribbean Travel Marketplace number 41. For those that are joining us on Zoom, you're welcome to post your questions on the Q&A chat. And for those that are joining us via Facebook, please share your comments, any questions, any feedback that you would like to post. We've been seeing lots of smiley faces and thumbs up when the announcement was made. So we're excited for being able to share the news with you. For those that are joining us on Zoom, we've posted the save the date piece. Please share it with your colleagues. I also want to point out that the source of information for anything Caribbean Travel Marketplace related is the event's website, chtamarketplace.com. Here you will have all of the information specific to details of the event. Particularly, I would want to point out that the schedule of events is already up. So in general, you already have an idea of what are the activities that will be taking place so that you can start making your arrangements for air. We are working with the destinations on finalizing the specifics as it relates to host hotels for the event. So we will be posting that very shortly, as well as registration opening very, very soon. We do have some questions. We do have a first question. Congrats, Barbados. This is indeed exciting news, and we are very much looking forward to be part of this year's Caribbean Travel Marketplace hosted on the lovely island of Barbados. Could you please share with us the venue in case this has been already decided? From that perspective, I can inform, and I know Renee and the minister would like to provide a little bit more insights, that the main venue for Caribbean Travel Marketplace would be the LESC Center. That's the Lloyd Erskine Sanford Conference Center. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It is a conference facility that has held many Caribbean and regional events in the destination. So we're excited about it. Minister Renee, would you like to add anything from that perspective?
Well, no, well, I thought Renee was going to go first, but no, you're right. I don't think I can add much more to that. The Lloyd Erskine Sanford Complex, where we're going, has been hosting significant events for a number of years. It is very much an iconic venue where we've hosted not only prime ministers and presidents and other heads of state. The environment there is most suitable, and I'm sure that we will have a grand time in Barbados. We also have some grounds, and you would appreciate that the Lloyd Erskine Sanford Complex also adjoins the official residence of the Prime Minister of Barbados. So that should give you a picture of what you would expect when you get to Barbados.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you for that. And also just to point out, we are extremely grateful to the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. and the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association for their support already. And just as you plan your arrangements for Caribbean Travel Marketplace, there will be a closing event. We will be opening with the celebration on the Tuesday May 9th, and we will be closing with an event on Thursday, May 11th. The destination is working on selecting venues that would be allow everyone to experience what Barbados has to offer. We have a question from the audience for the Barbados team. What are some of the new and renovated properties on the island?
I think I can take that one. I'm really sorry about my voice. One of the things we're hoping that we will be able to showcase is the new Wyndham Sandals Castle Hotel. It is our expectation that it will be ready in some regard by then. And that is certainly an exciting project. Vanessa, you got a chance to see it firsthand, so you know that it is one of the most picturesque locations in the island. And really, it is going to capture a bit of our history because tourism in Barbados started on that side of the island, as well as exposing our guests to a world-class facility in terms of conference restaurants and rooms. So we're certainly looking forward to showcasing that. Our new Marriott group is also going to be doing renovations. I can't say much more about that, but across the board, I think we have a number of products and projects that will be ongoing. So we're looking forward to showcasing the accommodation offering that we have here on the island.
And I would add, Renee, that quite a few of the hotels, of course, have done work during COVID and have presented new and various amenities and services, having, as I said, been there in December myself. Of course, from an attractions point of view, you have some new product that I'm sure some of our buyers have not seen yet. That lovely train service that's up in the hills by St. Philip's, that side there. So I think there's a lot that we're going to discover at Barbados that some of us have been to many times, but probably haven't really explored. And this marketplace will allow all our buyers and that will be coming in the media to focus on all the elements that makes Barbados what it is. And as I said earlier in my presentation, we will also give our buyers an opportunity to do pre and post tours and discover some of our other destinations in the Eastern Caribbean. So I think this is the opportunity for us to be having the event in the Eastern Caribbean, particularly in Barbados, is really a win-win, and it is going to the whole push of promoting multi-destination travel and interregional travel, which is a focus for all of us in the Caribbean, recognizing that, as they say, all boats float. So as we all grow and get better and recover and showcase the Caribbean, it will continue to leverage every destination. But this year, we will be highlighting beautiful Barbados.
And I'd like to ask Marcia to speak, just because she's just as knowledgeable as I am in terms of product. But certainly we're looking to have a Barbados Day where we can invite participants and delegates to go out and experience our attractions. You're going to be having lots. We have one of the best culinary offerings in the Caribbean, and we have a number of attractions. I'm going to let Marcia speak more because her voice is better and she certainly knows the product.
Thank you so much, Renee. Good afternoon to you, Nicole, Madam Gregg. Great to have all persons on the call. And we are so excited from a Barbados perspective to be able to present Destination Barbados, certainly to CHTA and to the world. We do have a number of new products, as we said before. We certainly have, I think the product you were trying to remember is the St. Nicholas Abbey train ride, which is the Great House, one of the last Jacobean great houses we have in the Western Hemisphere. And we want to have the opportunity to showcase a lot of our historical and heritage assets here on the island. And of course, we also have the reopening of the Harson's Cave, which is now being managed by Chaka. And there's so many additional experiences that we will be happy to ensure that we're able to showcase on that Barbados Day, not just the Harson's Cave, but we also have some water parks that are actually also new add-ons. And of course, there are a number of eco-adventure opportunities that we can't wait to have you here on the island to showcase.
Thank you, Marcia. Appreciate that.
Any more questions, Vanessa? Actually, we're going to ask for just a few details, but before I do, I neglected, you mentioned about our other events, Chief and Taste of the Caribbean, and I neglected to mention that, of course, Barbados as well has had a very engaged participation in Taste of the Caribbean. They're actually our reigning Caribbean Team of the Year and had numerous bartenders, pastry chefs, and chefs that have graced us with their creations and all of the excitement that taste brings up. So we'll be excited to share a little bit of that component as well as we visit Barbados. Just a few other notes as it relates to some of the logistics or housekeeping notes for the event. The website chdamarketplace.com. All of the information is available there and will be posting as arrangements are finalized, including the host hotels that will be providing special rates for all of the delegates, as well as any information of airlines and any other activities. As I mentioned, the website has already the basic schedule of events, including the details overall for the Caribbean Travel Forum. We are expecting to be opening registration by the first week of February, if not before. So be in the lookout. We will be communicating all of the specifics as well for suppliers that are joining us and are interested in participating. As a reminder, you must be a CHDA member with your current dues available to be able to attend Marketplace. So if you need more information on your renewal or are interested in joining CHDA, you can reach to us at membership@CaribbeanHotelAndTourism.com. We want to ask for a last round of questions. And in the meantime, we do want to acknowledge the CEO of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Jens, good afternoon. If you have some remarks that you would like to provide to the audience, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Gooding-Edgell, Nicola, Vanessa, Renee, Chair of the BHTA. Everyone, I think we're very excited to host CHDA Marketplace in Barbados. I don't want to duplicate what has been said already, but we're looking forward to obviously showcase what this island has to offer and what makes it so unique, that it's more than just beaches, but all the heritage, the culture, the experiences that really inspire people to fulfill their passions. And so I think especially the media and the tour operators from all over the world to experience that and tell our story to the world, what makes this island so unique. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jen. Certainly. Minister, would you like to provide any closing remarks?
Sure. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Let me first of all reiterate that it's a very great pleasure to be hosting Marketplace 41. It's absolutely a wonderful opportunity for us not only to showcase our hospitality, and while you were talking about some of the things that you will see and get an opportunity to indulge in Barbados, I couldn't resist but tell you that Barbados has the largest fleet of electric buses in Barbados. And that will be an opportunity for you and all those visitors who will be coming here for the conference to experience a ride, a very scenic ride on a lovely east, west coast and south coast of Barbados. Let me also say to you, in respect of the question that Vanessa would have asked, in respect of product development, Barbados has witnessed an expansion of renewal in its product. On the south coast of Barbados, there's been significant development with some new builds on the south coast of Barbados. There's also a lot of refurbishment went on that side. On the west coast of Barbados, you would have seen refurbished restaurants. There are some new restaurants that would have come on stream. So it's an opportunity for you to participate. Barbados, as we would say, is the food capital of the world. We have more than 400 dining opportunities in Barbados. And we just last year completed our Food and Rum Festival, which was a significant calendar event in Barbados. And I'm sure that when you all come to Barbados, you will get not only the opportunity to indulge in food and rum and some of the more scenic sites that we have, and to indulge in our restaurants and have a great time. So on behalf of Prime Minister Mia Mottley, I would like to say to you that we will have, and she would certainly be having a chance to interact with you in Barbados, but it is indeed our pleasure to have you in Barbados for Marketplace 41. This for Barbados is the beginning of the recovery process that we want to conclude and also help us with our growth strategies. and recognizing that Barbados is the perfect meeting place for us to converge and entertain and marketers and sellers all converging to see what we have to offer. I know that it will help us. It's one of the many strategies that we are pursuing within the BTMI and the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, because we believe it's absolutely necessary that we must grow Barbados into a year-round destination. And calendar events like this one and others that we are going to announce very shortly, and which we will recap when we have Marketplace 41 in Barbados during May 9th to 12th, will be an opportunity for you to get an understanding of where the future of Barbados' tourism direction will be heading. So I look forward to welcoming you, Madam President Nicola, Vanessa, and the entire team for CHTA, and all of our partners from across the Caribbean and the globe when they converge in Barbados for what we believe will be truly an outstanding Marketplace 41. We intend to showcase the best that Barbados has to offer, and to show you not only the talents that we have here, the heritage sites that we have here, but all that we have to offer, including some of our rum products as well, because that's part of our heritage, and also to let you experience not only land-based activities, but water-based activities. We invite you to come and swim with the turtles with us as well. So I hope that those who are planning to come to Barbados will certainly extend their stay by maybe 2-3 days. I'm sure that Renee will ensure that her members will have the accommodation ready, because they won't have a case that they won't have rooms. They will have the rooms available so that they can extend for, and that they will incentivize all of you who are coming to Barbados to stay in for additional 3 or 4 days, so that you can have the rum tour, swim with the turtles, all of the water sports activities that you can soak in, and then all the land-based activities, including having dinner at a number of our very fine restaurants, not only independent restaurants, but hotel-based restaurants as well. And of course, I would not allow this opportunity to pass without telling you that we have our iconic community-based sustainable oysters, which would allow you and everyone else to indulge. And I can see, Nicola, that you're not in agreement, so you've been there multiple times, to indulge in a wonderful experience where you get to connect with the community. And that's all part of what we do in terms of a sustainable tourism drive. So I can go on and on, but I won't detain you, because like you and me, I have other appointments to attend to. But I thank you very much, Nicola and Vanessa and team at CHTA. Thank you, Madam President, Chairman of the BHTA, Renee Coppin, all others who would have made this event possible, including the Barbados Tourism and Marketing Inn. I thank you, and we all look forward to welcoming you to beautiful Barbados. And like I said, just come.
Thank you so much, Minister. We're definitely delighted, and so many experiences that our delegates can have while visiting Barbados. I'm going to ask Renee for some closing remarks, and then Nicola afterwards.
Thank you. I really don't like going after the minister. So I would just say T-minus 108 days. We're looking forward to seeing you in Barbados.
Thank you, Renee. Well, I think we are at the close. I've just said we are very excited for the partnership. Minister, you painted a very, very beautiful picture, and I'm sure everyone online is already booking their tickets to come. And we are very, very happy and pleased with the partnership that is going to deliver Marketplace 41. And from the CHTA perspective, we are going to be doing our job not only to deliver Marketplace 41, but also, as I mentioned, we'll be having the Caribbean Travel Forum, where we will discuss the business of tourism. And that will, again, engender us to really collaborate with some of the key players within the region, not only on the private sector side, but also on the public sector side. So it will be a full week of really highlighting Caribbean tourism in all its elements, both from the thought leadership point of view, as well as the selling floor and the marketing of the region. Ladies and gentlemen, and of the media, everyone, we just thank you again for all your support for Caribbean regional tourism. We here at CHTA are very delighted you have taken the time out on this Friday to join us for this launch of CHTA Marketplace, and as well as the Caribbean Travel Forum. And we look forward to seeing you all very soon in Barbados.
Thank you so much, Minister, the BTMI team, the BHTA team, the media that is joining us, as well as various stakeholders from the industry. We're delighted to be sharing the news, and we ask as well that you share all of the information with your colleagues and peers. We want to make sure that the world joins us in Barbados, May 9th to the 11th. Thank you so much for your attendance today, and we wish you a great weekend.
Thank you.